Truthfully, I was racing in 1995 in Mexico in a race called La Carrera Panamericana, which became the base of my whole life. La Carrera stands for the race. It was a race that was run in the 1950s, from 1950 to 1954. They banned the race in 1954 because they were saying that the Mexican population was going down because of this race. So in the early 90s I found out about this race and I thought, oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some information about the event. So I called this organizer in England and he told me, yeah, it's like, it costs $3,500 US to enter, and my old vintage 62 Jaguar qualified for the event. So I told some friends, hey, I'm planning to do this, and they were like, let's do it. So when we headed down, I had $200 in my pocket and a borrowed credit card from a friend of mine. So we went down. When we got to the Mexican border, we had to take insurance to be able to enter into Mexico. So they actually gave me an option, either buy liability or buy full coverage. So I said, okay, how much is full coverage? It's $260. And what about liability? That's about $60. But if I get the full liability, how much do I get? Well, all your things that you're racing with are valued at $250,000. And I said, no, you know what? Nothing's gonna happen. I'll just pay the liability. And then we went into Mexico, ended up racing in the first stage, and then we blew a head gasket. So we had to make it all the way to Mexico City to be able to change the motor through the Mexican Jaguar Club. So we got to a road, and the road said, free road, pay road. So because we didn't have any money, we took the free road, but the free road was 16 hours to get to Mexico City, and the pay road would have been about 6 hours. So throughout the whole night we're driving. Finally, we're about an hour away from Mexico City, and we changed drivers. I had been driving almost like 14 hours by myself because the guys that I was with were so tired and refused to be able to drive. We were already up almost 36 hours because we had just finished racing. And then all of a sudden we're getting an hour away from Mexico City. We blew a tire from the service vehicle. It was a 1970 Dodge Ram Charger, and we flipped about 6 times on the Mexican highway. So race car, trailer, tools, everything. It was basically almost like a grenade that went, exploded on this 6-lane highway and on the outskirts of Mexico City. And because I didn't get full coverage, I basically lost everything. I had sold everything that to be able to run this race, and in this crash I lost everything. Basically my tools, my race car, everything. But it was well worth it, you know. It's like, and then the following year I went back with a '69 Porsche to go and do it again. But it's something that I would never regret, and it changed my life, you know. But I would have paid the insurance if I had the chance, and I would have paid for the paid road if I had the opportunity. But because of all that, my whole life changed because of all the people that I met.